Hi, I'm Daniel Murphy, and we're here to take down this dead oak behind me here. It might be like 28 inches diameter. And basically, the customer has one fairly valuable shrub here. He doesn't want this shrub hurt. The hydrangea here, also we're going to try to avoid hurting it, but I told him, look, we either got to dig it or we may end up, doing some damage. If it gets damaged, it'll come right back from the roots. You can prune this thing down at the ankle and it'll be fine next year. Miss the flowers for 1 year is all. So what I'm going to try to do is jump a few pieces out, drop them either through the lane here or over and get them to land beyond the hydrangea. And then the trunk will come right down here. Probably only 3 or 4 big cuts on this whole tree. And then, a few smaller cuts. There's that one piece in the back there that's definitely leaning pretty hard back. We're going to pull that over against the lean. I just don't have a good position to be lowering off itself, and if I did lower off itself, I'd have the pines and the maples and all that other stuff back there to contend with. It's going to probably be easier just to pull it right back against the lean. I'll take a look and see if there's
another option.
Obviously dead oak is not the best hinging wood in the world, but if we pull directly against the lean, it'll work. So let's see what happens. Okay, here's an establishing shot of the tree. You can see it's not that big a tree. It is tucked into that bed, and there's all the smaller trees. There's a maple and a pine right underneath the backside of this tree. Here, if you look on that very far left side, you can see that lead is going out here. It's highlighted in red. That's the back leaner. That's really the only limb that's much of a concern on this tree. It's got about 20 degrees of back lean. You see it right there. And there's a lot of obstacles underneath it. I'm trying not to lower anything into this bed underneath it. I'm trying to get it all out into the lawn. So let's take a look and see how that works.
That life's not so simple. You tell me that I'm not okay. Lost in the past and the future. You always got something to say. But I'm ready, rock steady. Next time you come out to play. Next time.
Alright, here's a slow-mo of that same drop. All I was trying to do was get this thing to lay right between the two shrubs.
Wig whisper in my ear so sweetly, throwing every temptation my way. Yeah, no, I can't trust you completely. I can't rely on a word you say, yeah. We'll try.
On this piece, I used a slack speed line. It would have almost cleared the bed. I used a slack speed line just to give a couple extra feet of movement just to make sure it got past that bed. This is the back leaning piece. This is the only piece that was much of a concern there. Let's take a look at how that went. You can see how far the back lean was there. That's a good 20 degrees of back lean. Tough to tell exactly from this camera angle, but there it is stood up. And that shows you how much movement it has to take care of that back lean. Now, because this piece had so much back lean and it was dead oak, which is very poor hinging, the notch and the pull had to be set up directly against the lean, which was going to put the butt of that piece right through that hydrangea in the event that it didn't clear the hydrangea, which was a big top to throw that far. It was 17 feet of throw. So what I did was I used a little side English. Used a special cut that allowed me to set the saw, and then you can see I just pushed the piece over as it was coming up and over with my hands to get that butt to come down between the two shrubs. Let's take another look at that. So here the piece is straight. You can see the saw is put away there. I reach my two hands up and start pushing on the butt of that piece as it comes up and over, and just giving it some side English to get it to drop into the hole. So here's the bird's eye view, and you can see that piece there in red. The butt of that is laying right between the two bushes. That's the piece that got thrown, and the red spot on the tree shows you where it got thrown from. It's tough to tell from the camera angle, but that's actually 17 feet from the back of that stump to where this piece landed.
Now I'm tired of me and it's plain to see my mind has a mind of its own, yeah. Mind has a mind of its own. Well, try to know.
Put this log in here to protect these guys here. Didn't need it. You want to protect that bush in case it slid off there, just lay right down in there. That's basically what the doctor ordered. Let's see, on this side, what do we got here? Almost zero damage. To the hydrangea. Hydrangea's fine. So, that's how we do it. You can see we had to prune a couple little branches here, but everything basically just came right through this hole. The top of the tree and the trunk. We've got a couple little dents in the lawn here which we're going to fix. Let's take a look at this. Basically, got a dent here and maybe a little low spot here. A couple little imperfections in his lawn, but there's no major rust. The grass isn't all torn up. Next time it rains, it should green right up and look fine. Okay, thanks for watching. Daniel Murphy. Hope you enjoyed watching. Hope you catch another video sometime soon.